Hello, Sylvester. How are you? Hi, Kelly Circle. Good to see you, Dr. Dre. May Dogga, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Scars. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? Hello. Hi, Natasha. Good to see you, sweetheart. How are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi. Good. Listen, guys, I'm not going to be before you long. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hello, the only Lord. Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Please start sharing with your followers. Thank you so much for the heart. Hi, Nicolette. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Fedor. Thank you so much for coming in. Listen, guys, I want to, you're first one to reach out to you. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have missed you as well, Miss Natasha. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate for you referring me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly, for inviting your followers. Hi, DJ Garum. I'm sorry if I messed that up. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Guys, listen. We have been talking about sustainability. Dr. CC, thank you so much for referring or sharing with your followers. I appreciate that. We have been talking, guys, about sustainability, right? And the question came up the other day about, Jen, what exactly is sustainability? You talk about sustainability. What is that? And I thought, oh my gosh, I really need to make sure you guys understand sustainability. All right? So this is what sustainability is. Thank you, Duchess, for inviting your followers. I appreciate that. Hello, Acts of Love. Thanks for coming in. Guys, if this is your first time with me, please put a number 1 in the chat. If this is your first time with me, please put a 1 in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awesome. So my name is Jen. I'm the Grant Guru. I have been writing, researching, and reviewing for grant proposals for close to 30 years, okay? So what I do is I help nonprofit organizations identify their funding needs. I help them identify what they need for funding and how to create systems to make sure that their organizations are sustainable. Okay, that's what I do. And so in these scopes, I ask questions. You guys ask me questions. I answer them to the best of my ability, and hopefully put you or help you get into the best position possible for a strong nonprofit organization. Okay. Today we're talking about sustainability. Yesterday, someone asked me, Jennifer, can you explain what sustainability is? And I said, yes, I can. We've gone over the first couple of things around. Hi, always. Thank you for coming in. Clear vision. A part of sustainability is clear vision. I always say that one of the top 3 reasons that nonprofit organizations, thank you, Jack, for inviting your followers. Connection Church, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. One of the top 3 reasons that nonprofits fail is because of lack of sustainability, right? So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about sustainability. A part of sustainability is clear vision. Clear vision about your impact, clear vision about where you're going, how you're going to do it, how much it's going to cost, who your partners are going to be, things like that. That is what clear vision includes. Who should be your community partners? All of that is clear vision. The next part of it is a strong leadership. One of the top 3 reasons that nonprofits fail is because of lack of strong leadership. All right. Thank you so much for inviting your followers. I appreciate that. And guys, thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate that. Thank you to the replay viewers. Guys, I've been doing this work for close to 30 years. My passion and my purpose is to make sure that you guys understand what it takes, not only to get a grant, right? Grants are wonderful, but you want to not only get a grant, you need more than one grant, right? Hi, Broken. Thank you for coming in. You need more than one grant. So I want to make sure that you get the grants that you need, but not only that, but that you understand the organizational budget and the system that you need to sustain beyond the funding cycle, right? So a funding cycle might be a year, it might be 2 years, right? Hi, Son of Man. Thank you guys for coming in. So we need strong leadership. Strong leadership. That includes your board, all right? How many of you guys have a wonderful board? Or how many of you guys need help with your board, right? If you need help with your board, put in number 1. Hi, Penn. Thank you so much for coming in. And when I say help with your board, maybe they're not engaged. You need help. Maybe they're not engaged. Maybe they are not able to be the stakeholders that you need speaking on behalf of your community, of your organization, right? And a lot of that is that they don't have a clear vision. If the board does not have a clear vision, then how are they to know what they need to do to accomplish the vision? Does that make sense? A lot of times the board does not have clear vision. They don't have clear vision regarding the finances, right? They don't know how much it is that we need to raise for this organization to sustain itself. We don't know how much we're going to need or who we're going to go to ask to support this organization. Clear vision. And if the leadership is not have clear vision, then we do not have a strong leadership. All right. So the leadership needs to be involved. If it's your board, if it's your community relations, you agree, does that make sense? Okay, good. Now listen, this is what usually happens. You guys put together your organizations without a clear vision of your program or what you're going to deliver through the organization, right? The board needs clear vision, absolutely, along with the leader, right? Because the board is overseeing the organization. Their job is oversight. Their job is to go out to be the mouthpieces, the stakeholders for this organization. But if they're not clear where we're going, how we're going to get there, what is it going to cost to get there, then what are they saying? What are they saying about the organization? How are they supporting the organization in the community? Okay, so this is where I really want you guys to think about this in your internal conversations. What is the vision? How are we going to accomplish this vision? How are we going to measure impact? All of that is a part of your vision for sustainability. Because if I have to know what the vision is for the first year, short term, long term, how are we going to get there? What is it going to cost? Who is it that we need to be involved with? Who are our community resources that we need to begin to partner with, right? What is the vision and how you're going to measure it? Now, when you guys are putting together your organizations, many of you have pulled together a board without first establishing the vision. So then you've brought people on board, but there's no vision. And then once you guys are creating the vision, they don't understand what it is that they're supposed to be supporting, right? So I say to you guys, make sure that you understand the vision going in and that whoever comes on your board buys into the vision. Not only buys into the vision by agreeing to be on the board, but buying into the vision from the place that they will be able to be a mouthpiece. That means in some way they are involved, they have been impacted, they have expertise, right? They have some type of leverage that they can share with your organization. All right? Is that beyond the basic? Now the plan lays it out, right? The plan should also be how you're going to move forward. Absolutely. Are you following the plan? That's usually the key. That's the problem. We have a plan, but are we following the plan? Should every board member be local? They don't have to be local, but they need to be active, right? So if your board has agreed according to your bylaws that you guys are going to meet every quarter or whatever, the board's job is to make sure that they are overseeing the finances of the organization, that they are making sure that they're overseeing, right? The board's job is fiscal oversight. So as long as they are reviewing your financials, as long as they are making sure that whoever's running the organization is doing so according to the guidelines and the specifications of the articles of incorporation, the bylaws, that's their job. All right? They need to be active. They need to be a mouthpiece. They need to be contributing. They need to be leading by example. And if your board is not doing that, then talk to me. We can talk about that. All right? Now, number 3. The number 3 thing in sustainability. Put up number 3. Put up a number 3. Number 1 is clear vision. Number 2 is strong leadership. Put up a number 3 if you guys are ready for the third piece of sustainability, because I'm always talking about, you guys, the number 3 reasons that organizations fail. Organizations fail because lack of sustainability. A part of sustainability is vision, leadership, and solid financial footing. Solid financial footing. All right? Say solid financial footing. All right? Solid financial footing. What does that mean? That means that you guys have a plan of how you're going to market and solicit funds for your organization from diverse streams, right? What are the diverse streams? The diverse streams are grants, that's 1. Corporations, that's 2. Individuals, that could be 3. In kind, that could be 4. Major donors, that could be 5. All right? But that you understand that you need a diverse stream of income. That all of your money is not resting on grants. Why? Because grants are temporary. There's a life to a grant, right? What are you going to do beyond the life of that grant? Beyond that, right? All of that right there. Yes, Miss Duchess. Yes, you have a plan. Dr. Cece, thank you so much for coming back. Solid footing. That not only are you prepared to ask in those different veins, but that you're able to manage those donors. And this is one of the things that I, as a fundraiser, have had to come in and train a lot of organizations, right? Hi, Roman. Thank you for coming in. Solid footing, guys. Solid footing. That means not only do you know how to get the gift, but you know how to acknowledge the gift to get the second gift. All right. There is a process of getting and engaging donors. Hello, engaging donors. Hi, Mr. Sotati. Good to join. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Guys, please share this with your followers if this is a subject that you think others might benefit from. But the solid financial footing. Guys, I have been raising money for nonprofit organizations for close to 30 years. It is criminal. It breaks my heart when I have to come into an organization and train them on how to re-engage a donor who has lapsed, all right? Is that something that, no, that is not something that board members do. No. They should be giving, they should be contributing, all right? If they are able to leverage their relationships for funding, all of that is great, all right? Do board members get paid? It's a volunteer position. Why? Because their job is to oversee the organization. Now, if they are paid, then their view of how to manage the organization may not be as neutral as it needs to be. Imagine this. You guys have written to the state and you guys have said, we want to be a nonprofit. Right? And the state has said, we need you guys to have a board. This board is there to oversee the finances, to make sure that the money is being spent well. Right? If they are paid, now some board members in some cases are paid. However, it's very rare. All right? At this level, they should never be paid. Right? But there are paid board members for profits. It depends. It really depends on your structure. Now, let me say this. If your board members are there to oversee your organization without penalty, right? You're paying into the organization and you have to manage that organization, right? You have to manage the organization. And if anything happens to your nonprofit, if anything happens to the finances, they can come after the board members because the board members are the ones that are supposed to be overseeing and making sure the finances are being spent properly. All right. This is why for 99% of the time, board members are not paid, so that they can remain neutral. Now, I'm not going to say that there are large organizations where some board members are compensated. Their flights might be paid for. Their travel may be paid for. But they are not getting a salary. They are not getting a salary. Fiduciary responsibility, that is what a board's job is. They are to make sure that your organization is solvent. And truth be told, they are the executives. They're managing the executive. They're the boss. They're the boss. They're the real boss. Everybody reports to the board. All right? Everybody reports to the board. The board is the one that votes. The board is the one that, yes. Does that make sense? Okay. Hi, Apostle Jamie. Thank you guys for coming in. The board provides fiduciary responsibility. That's why you guys, if you don't have strong leadership, hi, Uncle, thank you so much for coming. If you guys don't have strong leadership, if your board is not reviewing your financials, then how do you have solid financial footing? Right? How do you make a nonprofit more profitable? You really have to leverage your plan of income generating, right? You got to ask people. You've got to build relationships. You've got to ask for donations. You've got to be creative in if you're going to become a micro enterprise and have a business to support your organization. There's a lot of ways to do that, but you've got to have a plan. Right? You got to have a plan. It's not just grants. It's individuals, it's corporations, it's sponsorships, it's events, it's, several different things that you could do to leverage your relationships financially. I know some strong ones. We took a very classy United Way. You've heard of Project. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. All right. So guys, financial footing says that does your organization have good relationships with its funders? Do you understand how to identify funders? Do you have a clear vision of which particular funders might be likely to support your organization? And when they do support, do you have a plan to maintain those relationships for continued funding? All right? All of this is a part of your sustainability plan. All of that is a part of sustainability. Understanding finances, understanding how you're going to get the finances, understanding how you're going to manage and acknowledge and account for those finances to make sure that you are meeting the vision, right? Having the impact that you want to have with the people that you serve in the community that you serve in, all right? That you understand the costs, not just of your program, because grants are designated dollars. And they only make up what? Only 20% of your overall organizational budget. But you understand the clear plan of how to get the other 80% of funding that you need. All right? And that is making sure that you have a strong financial plan. It's not just grants, right? It's more, in addition to the events that you do, in addition to that, all right? What else is your plan? Okay, so when we're talking about sustainability, and one of the top 3 reasons that nonprofit organizations fail is because of lack of sustainability, leadership, clear vision, and solid financial footing. Now, I understand that a lot of people call me almost every day, Jen, I need your help, but every dime we make is going toward the organization. I'm working 3 jobs, and every dime I make is going into I said, y'all don't have a plan. That is not a good plan. That's not a sustainability plan. You cannot run your organization like this. Why? Because now the focus is on finances. Constantly, everything is about raising money, as opposed to delivering the services for which you were created. And I know immediately you don't have a plan. I'm like, you don't have a plan, and your leadership knows you don't have a plan. You got to get a plan. Not having a plan is not a good plan. Hi, Ebony. Good to see you, sweetheart. Not having a plan is not a good plan. All right, guys. Any questions at all? Lord help us. Lord help us. I'm here. Help is here. Help is here. Help is here. Help is here. Yes. Help is here. Have you guys ever heard this before? Right? Have you ever heard this before? If no, please put a 1 in the chat. If no, please put 1 in the chat. All right? Because I want to make sure that you understand that when you're having your meetings, when you are putting together your plans and your programs, all right? I want you guys to be in the position to make wise decisions. Wise decisions about your plan. Wise decisions about who you are going to invite to be on your board. Wise decisions about who you should start partnering with. Strategic partnerships, right? Wise decisions about who might be the best corporation or organization to partner with, or to sow into, or to donate to your organization. Thank you, Ebony, for sharing. I appreciate that. Hi, Dr. Kim. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, I've been doing this work for close to 30 years. All right. This is something that just comes out because I've been doing it for so long. Thank you. And I was so moved when the person asked me yesterday, Jen, can you just break down sustainability, please? You say that all the time. What does sustainability mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to tell you guys what sustainability means. If there's ever anything that I say that you're like, I don't know what that means, what does that mean? Then I am happy to explain it. All right. So when I say sustainability, a part of sustainability is a clear vision. Not just on how I'm going to get this grant, but how I'm going to manage this grant. And then what else do I need in addition to this grant? Clear vision. I understand what it's going to take for me month to month to operate this organization. Clear vision. And the leadership is in agreement, solid voice, solid understanding, solid about what is expected to organize and to run this organization. All right? Clear leadership. And we understand the finances that it's going to take to run, operate, and maintain this organization beyond the month. But that we can manage and account every quarter, if not every month. Where are we falling short? What's the clear vision and the plan to get us back on target? All right? All right? Any questions at all for me? I ask those questions of the organization I'm working with, and it makes them really think. Of course it does. Yes. Yes. Listen, if y'all hook up with anybody who does not give you questions on what to think about, right? Run, I said. Run, I said. Run, I said. Now listen, guys, please tell us more about the webinar next week. Oh, okay. So the webinar next week. This is the webinar information. The webinar information for next week. Hi, Coco. Thank you guys for joining. The webinar is on April 27th. All right, it's 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, bit.ly, get grant funding now. GGFN are capitalized. All right, if you have any problems, this is my email, jen@jenthegrantguru.com. All right, so what this webinar is going to talk about, it's going to talk about how to get the grant funding that you need for your organization. But once you have received the grant funding, we're also going to talk about how are you to manage those funds and leverage that program for other funding that goes to financial stability, solid footing, right? So we are talking about sustainability in this seminar as well, in this webinar, all right? So we're talking about getting the grant, managing the grant, and using that program, this program, for other funding, right? Because that is what's going to lead to sustainability, and how your organization should be structured to that end. All right, what your organization should include and have involved. All right, so we're talking about getting grant funding, but I am all about you need more than a grant. All right, now listen to me. Today is the last day that it's $47. Tomorrow it goes up to $67. At midnight, it goes up to $67, all right? So please don't pay me $67. Please don't pay me $67. Please, get it tonight, all right? Get it tonight before midnight. Do not send me $67. Y'all know I can't stand spending money. I can't stand it because I know every dime you spend, you got to get back. Please don't send me $67. Please don't. All right, $47 before midnight. Do that. All right, that's the best bargain. It's going to be a webinar. You guys are going to be able to ask me questions. I'm going to go through everything that you need to know about getting the grants, organizing yourself for organizational sustainability, right? And how to get the financing and the funding that you need from your program. All right, that's what we're going to talk about in the webinar. You guys will be able to ask me all kinds of questions. It'll be very engaging and interactive, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I promise. All right. I will be there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. 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 Now listen, guys, if you are not currently in my Facebook group, if you are not currently in my private Facebook group, all right, send me an email to jen@jenthegrandguru.com with your Facebook name, and I'll invite you into my private Facebook group, okay? And in that group, I do live, Facebook Live, streaming inside the group, and we ask questions, and I give all kinds of stuff away, and really share more information there that I can't share on this platform of Periscope, okay? Are there any questions? I've got to jump off. I got a boot camper who's waiting for my session. But I appreciate you guys. Remember, clear vision, strong leadership, and solid financial footing. All right? I'll either be back tonight or in the morning with the next piece of what you need to think about for sustainability. Okay? Do you like Facebook Live better than Periscope? Actually, I don't. I love this platform. But, you know, I'm getting used to it. It's new. Maybe that's it. It's just new. Thank you so much. I just really appreciate you all's interest in this topic. And I hope that you are sharing it. I hope that the information that I am sharing is beneficial to you and will help you guys organize in a really sound, solid way so that you guys can go out and meet the needs of the community in which you serve. I appreciate you. I appreciate your help. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your heart. I appreciate you sharing with your followers, and thank you to the replay viewers. And I'll probably be back in a little bit. I just got to get through my next couple of calls with my boot campers, but I wanted to jump on really quickly. All right. You guys are awesome. We'll talk soon. Don't forget tonight, please do not pay me $67. I'm serious. Don't pay me $67, but get in this webinar for $47 tonight. All right. Okay, guys, I'll be back shortly. Blessings.